I'm living my best life. Yeah, yeah. I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's, you know. I said, I'm living my best life. I said, I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's with my best friends. Turned all my L's into lessons. You see the whip pulling up, it's like skirt. Dreams pulling up, I'm like skirt. I'm living my best life. It's my birthday, at least that's what I'm dressed like.
I'm like, what's up, Frankie fam? It's Frank, and I'm back again with another video. And I'm bringing y'all again another Frankie's 5 tips, okay? So, I know y'all miss it. It's been a while since I have done a set of 5 tips, but I'm back again. And as you can see from the title, if you guys have ever been married and divorced, this is for you, okay? I know previously I've talked about a breakup, but what about divorce? That's serious, right? That's some serious business. So before we get started with that Frankie's 5 tips and that video, I need y'all to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. If you are new, I'm Frankie, and what it do, okay? Welcome to Frankie fam. This is how we get down. Positive vibes only, right? So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So you're about to get divorced and you have no idea how to deal or what to do or how to handle the situation. That's okay. I've been there. I've been where you at, and these things that I'm about to tell you can probably help. Maybe they won't, maybe they will, whatever you decide, okay? So let's get started with tip number 1, right? Tip number 1 for survival after divorce is life will go on. Your life is not over. Sure, you built this whole plan with this person. Sure, you had this thing going. You had this idea, because when you get married, it's forever, right? Well, you guys didn't make it. So now it's time to call it quits. But that's okay. Life goes on. You still got your life. You can still have so much going on for you. You can still do so much. There's so many things that you can do as a single person now that you couldn't do while you was married. And you can really have a good time with that. Like, go ahead and do you for this time period. You're single now. You're free. You have no obligations unless you have kids. That's different. But, you're free to get out there, do what you want, see what you want, spend your money how you want to. You don't got to think, oh man, is this person going to eat too? Because now guess what? You get to eat by yourself. So life goes on. It is going to be okay. You're going to be all right, okay? And that's my tip number 1. Tip number 1 to survival after divorce is life goes on. Tip number 2 to survival after divorce, and this is a tip I personally had to learn myself, is minimal contact unless you have kids. Obviously, if you have children, you're going to have some type of contact a lot, more than you would if you didn't, right? So my tip number 2 is try to keep that contact as minimal as possible. You guys are divorced. You guys are broken up. There's no reason for you to speak unless it's about the divorce or unless it's about some business matters that you two still have entwined together, which you should have kind of separated that during the divorce, right? So that's my tip number 2. If you can talk to them as little as possible, it will make your life a lot better. It'll make things easier for you, and you can focus on moving on with your life, moving on to the next phase of your life, whether that's a new relationship, whether that's a new business venture, whether that's making new friends, or whatever it is. You can focus on those things. So you got to get that minimal contact, even if that means telling them like, hey, look, I don't really need to speak to you, like there's nothing that we got to talk about, so let's keep it moving, right? So it's minimal contact as possible with that person unless you have kids. And that's tip number 2. Halfway through. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 I think is very important. This was very important in my situation. Get your own shit. Secure your own bag. Get your own money. Stack your own bread. This is that time for you to do that. Now that you are separated, you're divorced, everything is apart, secure your own bag. You don't got to worry about nobody taking their hand and sticking it right into your little pockets. You don't got to worry about that no more. But obviously, unless you have kids, then you got to figure out a way to make sure your kids are good. So that's my tip number 3. Secure your own bag. Once you do that, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to start to realize, like, I got bread now that I'm single. You know, I don't got to worry about feeding or doing random stuff. Like, you gonna have a lot more bread. So go ahead and secure that bag. Get your own shit. Trade in that old car. Like, go get a new one. Get the car you always wanted. You know what I'm saying? Go do things like that. Get your own things. Go rent the apartment you've always wanted to rent that you thought was it. Because you're single now. You can do that. So those are things that you should do on your own now that you can do it. I keep touching my hair and looking at it because it looks bomb. Let me give y'all a little shot real quick. Anyways, get your own shit. I dyed my hair. Like, whatever it is that you gotta do to secure your own bag, get your own stuff, do that. That's my tip number 3. All right. Tip number 4 is to go fishing. And what I mean by go fishing is that there are more fish in the sea, so you might as well go ahead and hook, line, and sinker one of those bad boys, okay? Just because you got married and now you're divorced, it does not mean that your options are over. They have not ended. People go through breakups, and most people generally understand that. Most people get, like, you've had a whole life before, you know what I'm saying, you possibly met them, and you just so happen to have gotten married and it didn't work out. Doesn't mean your chances of dating are over. It just means that, unfortunately, that relationship couldn't go the distance, and sometimes that happens. It's not your fault. It may not be their fault. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and now you're back out there to explore the great ocean of the dating world. So I encourage you to get out there and go fishing and see what else is out there. Don't marry and link up with the first thing that you come across. That's probably not a good idea. But it is important that you see what else is out there. You still got game, depending on, how long you were married, 10 years, 2 years, 2 in my case. It's important to know that you still got it, baby. You still look good. You still got game. And I think it's important for you to realize that and to explore that option. So get out there and go fishing. Tip number 5. We finally made it to tip number 5. Okay, my 5th tip. This one was a tough one, especially for me. But I hope that y'all don't follow my footsteps. And I hope that you can really stick to this tip. Tip number 5, don't troll. Don't do it. Don't go on social media. Don't type in your ex's name. And don't look at who they dating. Don't do it to yourself. You gonna make yourself angry, because you gonna have thoughts of, well, they doing this with them. My kids are with this person. Don't do that. Especially if you guys have kids, let them bring the information to you. Don't go trolling. Don't go searching for it. If you don't have kids with each other, if you free and clear after your divorce, do not troll them. You're supposed to have minimal contact, and that means trolling. Don't go online. Don't go looking for something you don't want to find. Don't do it. Just let it go. Because you are going to make yourself absolutely crazy. You gonna bug yourself, and you gonna sit there in your head and wonder why they couldn't do this with me, but they can do it with them. Don't do that. Just let it go. Don't troll. Leave them alone. In fact, you know what you should do? You should go block them on all social media accounts. The only way that they should be able to contact you, text, phone, or email at this point. Your social media should be purged of this person already. It should be done. You need to go ahead and get that cleansed out. And yeah, don't troll them. Let them be. Live your best life all year, every year from now on. You know, your marriage didn't work out, so there's no point in looking for things to validate your divorce. It's over. That was the decision you made. You don't need any more validation. So that's my tip number 5. Don't troll. Okay, Frankie fam, that's all I got for you guys today. Those are my Frankie's 5 tips on how you can get over your divorce, how you can survive after your divorce, life after divorce, however you want to see it, you know, even whatever. Those are my Frankie's 5 tips. I personally use them, especially because you guys may know that I just recently going through the process of mine, so I'm pretty goody with mine, and those are things that I try to do all the time. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. You know, I'm just gonna get a little camera admiration of my hair. Y'all know I let Natalie do my hair, and I taught her how to retwist my locks, and I taught her yesterday how to color my hair, and this is the result. She did a phenomenal job. So shout out to my boo. I love you so much. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. So if you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm trying to think of some more new stuff that I could do for you guys. What you guys might want to see, let me know. Please let me know. It's, you know, it's Frankie fam. This is what we do here. We talk to each other. So with that being said, y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all later.
I said I'm living my best life. I said I'm living my best life. Made a couple